welcome to the Old World Fanatics, your Warhammer fantasy podcast to quench your hobby thirst for all things the old world. I'm one of your hosts, Gommo, and I'm joined as usual by Andrew and Josh after a hobby weekend of gaming for both of us, I think. All of us, sorry, not both.
All of us. Yeah.
How's everyone going on Monday? We're finally back on Mondays too.
Backing up 5 days later.
I think I just talked to Andrew yesterday. I talked to Josh 4 days ago or something. It's like
it's all out of whack.
Whatever it was 5 days ago. This is unprecedented. Welcome anyway to those who are listening. We're probably freaking everyone out because they're probably expecting us just to peter out and start it on Tuesday or Wednesday. And so they're probably like, what? It's on Monday. But if you are
confusing everyone every week. Very unpredictable.
Oh yeah, John's just said, "Oh, on time." I know. We probably just freaked everyone out. We did the call last night. We're like, we're going to definitely jump straight on. We're not going to wait till Tuesday or anything. So we're pretty pumped. For those who don't know, on episode 132, we are talking about what did Josh call this title? The big, beautiful Broadmeadow Brawl breakdown. So Old World Fanatics, we ran our first. So for it's been a year and a half of Old World, and we've yet to really run an Old World tournament. Josh smashes out the sixth ed sort of slow grows and stuff, and then finally, for some reason, we ended up running. Well, we are running 2 in 1 month. So Andrew and myself and Cam, the dentist,
incredible,
our podcast director and producer. So not podcast, the battle report, executive producer. We ran one at our local Good Games, which is like the friendly local gaming store here in Newcastle, or Broadmeadow, the suburb is, hence why it's called Broadmeadow Brawl. So that was our first Old World
makes sense.
Tournament hosting experience, which is a bit of fun, and I guess we'll chat a little bit about that, how it went, and what we might do in the future at the end of our games and stuff. And as usual, we'll just go through games. Now, having said that, which I'll talk about in a minute, I didn't actually play a lot of games because we had so much success.
How many signups? I feel like in the last 24 hours.
Yet, or do you want to just say that also Josh is running one? I just want to give you a plug quickly.
Oh, give me a plug.
One.
Absolutely. Give me a plug. Go for it.
I can't plug myself. Plug yourself because I can't remember
the Beast of Pugno, it's called.
Pugno.
On the 28th of February. So in a little bit under 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's coming.
10 days or 11 days. Terrifying. So the deadline for sign up is actually this weekend, I think. So the 21st. So this Saturday is the deadline for sign up. Now it has been officially migrated.
Yes.
Migrated to the Old World rankings.
Yes,
beautiful. Tournament software.
Yes.
It's happening.
I love it.
I love it.
Actually, I should have had that prepped.
It's so customizable setting it up. It's incredible to set up, actually. And also that I have the ear of the guy that made it, so I can just ask for him to do whatever I want.
Sorry if there's a few little bugs here I need to sort out. But I run. It's so funny. We talked about this the other week. The Old World Behemoths were the first to use it. I used it for my first time technically yesterday in terms of running it, and came back with a list of got to fix that, and hopefully Josh will get the benefits of it.
I'm going to be cruising. It's been tested. That'd be great.
So if you just quickly, I'll just bring it up here. If you are if you are in Australia, you're in Melbourne. This is Josh's Beast of Pugno over here on Old World Rankings. So you can go in here and you can register. You can pay online. You can do all that straight through the platform.
Not much, guys. 650 points. I've had most of the lists have been. I'm at 9. Well, 9 or 10. I mean, sort of 10ish because there's one guy that was on BCP. But has yet to make an account on all the rankings and actually sign in. But he's paid though. So but I've got 10 essentially signups and most of the lists that come in. I have to do one resub on a very Pegasus heavy list. Aside from that, it's actually been reasonably fun looking lists. Lots of squigs.
I love it. We had squigs in this tournament.
The one Cathay list is just full of Jade warriors and lances of various kinds and some gatekeepers and stuff. So it looks a lot of fun actually. So I think it's gonna be a really fun day.
Oh, awesome, cool. So so that's the plug for that. Obviously, that's coming at the end of the month, and then we just got away from ours. And obviously on the chat here is some of the people who came. So we got Silver Dave on time. What is this? I know it's crazy. screwed you guys all around. Not Matt was there, obviously, and Cam, which is logged in under our sister channel, Grim Dark Fanatics 40K. If you haven't gone and followed that, please follow that. At some point, I will make an appearance on that with Painted Orcs, but we'll see. That's another channel. And so, yeah, if you are on the stream or you're watching this back, please like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Leave some comments in the chat. And obviously, I'll just give our shout-outs quickly to our Patreons. Most of them are on the chat there as well over on patreon.com/ourworldfanatics. You guys will get your questions at halftime and your patented shout-outs.
Absolutely.
So that is all coming.
So
but
many
yes,
lovely questions.
as Cam said there, effing awesome tournament, which it was. I think it was hands down better than I expected, which was pretty good. Not that I didn't have high expectations, but just you don't know. I hadn't even walked in the store, so like Andrew and Cam did it all, and then I ended up running the day type thing, and then I was there first before the Good Games guy was there, and I was like, this is the first time I've ever been in this store. Don't know where I'm going, don't know what I'm doing, don't know what's in store for us, but it came out okay. So
yeah, it did.
I'll just bit of background. So like to answer your question, Josh, I guess there's Bobby Gherkin there in the foreground about to take on Cam, and you can see Alex from 2+ over there, his white shirt there. So we ended up with what did we think, Andrew, initially? I think remember we were saying, if we get 8 people, it'd be good.
Yeah,
8 to 10. Like we thought we might. There was me, Cam, and Andrew, so there's 3. So we're we'll drag a handful of people in. Have a few games. Yeah. It ended up pushing all the way up to I think it was 12 to 14. And that was pretty much our limit because I think I had about 3 or 4 tables worth of stuff and Cam had 2 and the store had a few. It's like what we're finding at the moment. It's like a lot of these hobby stores all have 40K stuff, but they don't have a lot of fantasy stuff held over, so you sort of got to bring your own and stuff. Anyway, that's changing, but that's sort of where it's at the moment.
Yeah, true.
And then
it's the nature of the community.
Valentine's Day comes on Saturday. I go to the movies with my wife and my phone starts going bing, bing. And there was like someone going, I had to change my list. Sorry, I forgot about XYZ. I'm like, who's this person? I don't even know this. But then I'm like looking in the spam folder of our email.
What?
I missed 2
Is
people.
that how you worked it out?
Yeah. There was lucky 2 people it sent me an email. I was like, I've never heard of this guy. I don't know who this person is, and I've not got him on the list. And then I'm like, anyway, and then another person. Anyway, I messaged Cam. I'm like, I'm in the movies. Can you ring the store? We need more tables. And then,
that's so funny.
John saying reminds me of how Old Hammer started. Yeah, that's good to know. And it was just, it was good. And then anyway, so it ended up 9 o'clock that night. It ended up I got the 17th person, which saying, is there room? I'd love to come. And then I went, just come. And if, I was expecting people to drop. So I went, come. And if there's an odd number, I'll just drop.
There's always at least
I'll
one
TO.
drop,
Exactly.
You expect it almost to happen.
Yeah.
One drop per 20 people, roughly. But did you actually get a drop at all?
So, no. So 17 people turned up on the day.
17 people.
Worked out quite well.
Wait, so
having said that,
that's
change.
Including you 3? That's 17
Yes.
including you 3?
Yeah. So basically I ended up not playing, hence why today I won't have as many games. But we did have a drop each, round 2, round 3 for pretty legitimate reasons. So anyway, so I got a game in the second round, and then the third round, which we'll probably get to, was almost me and Cam were deploying about 1 or 2 units into deploying on round 3 when we realised one of the other tables, who was playing Silver Dave, had to drop. And so Cam quickly just shimmied over because he hasn't played Silver Dave and played Silver Dave in round 3. So I went back to just TOing round 3. So as a result, what we're going to talk about is mostly Andrew's games because he played all 3, and I'll shimmy in round 2 and have a bit of a chat with mine, which is just a bit of fun, really.
Okay, is that what happened?
It was a ringer match, but it was fun.
Okay, because I was confused.
You can see me in the background just frantically trying to get these pictures together because all my pictures went to poo.
Oh, they're not up there yet?
I'll be up in a sec. They're out of order. But I'm like, crap.
So, yeah, I've got heaps of pictures here. Oh, do you want me to? I was going to leave my pictures. These are pictures of the armies. I might do that at the end.
Yeah. I'll be
Are you
ready in a little bit. Just that's cool.
Okay.
You go.
Wait,
That's
so I'm gonna be confused now because I think I saw on the results comment. I thought you had two game results in your.
Oh, I do. I need to fix that. That's
Nothing.
just the scoring thing. So basically, my third game, because I came in as a ringer on round 2, played,
Mhm.
and I dropped
Mhm.
again on round 3. It gave me like a standard 10-10. Basically, because the guy, what I did is I matched, because we started the round, I matched myself up against the guy left, and we just 10-10 that one. So I need to adjust it. So I will drop. You'll see me drop out of there once I fix a few little quirks like that. It's.
I see.
I mean,
because
while
I
Andrew's
was
doing
like,
that,
he's
the
only
amount
played
of-
2 games and he's come 6th. He's done pretty well.
Yeah, I'm going to pull myself down. So everyone will go up a rank because it's not fair where I'm sitting. And it's just, it was really good because like I'm just stalling here, obviously, while Andrew's trying to find
Yeah,
stuff.
no. This is
it's the
valid
amount of
conversation.
exceptional cases you need to tie into these systems to try and make them work. You know, like we had every combination of someone drops on round 2, someone drops on round 3. Well, the rounds actually started. Oh, round 3, I didn't even start the clock on time. So all this type of stuff that you just have to like factor in that some TO is going to have to
I'm loving hearing this because
plug in.
The more crap you had to deal with yesterday, the less crap I'll have to worry about. There's been
Now, having
tested
said
at
that,
least.
Josh, I did not really walk
Right.
past my computer. I did everything from the phone. So it's
Well, that's awesome
it's getting
because-
quite mobile friendly. I mean, there's some issues with there's always better stuff to do for the players, but in terms of the TO, it's doable, you know. Yeah.
Well, that's really good to hear, Gommo, because I don't actually own a laptop or a tablet, so I am going to be entirely.
You're not running the battle board thing then, are you? You're just wanting to do the scoring.
Well, I do kind of want to do the battle board thing. So yeah, I have been thinking about how to do that.
Okay. Are you ready?
That may
Ready,
involve
Andrew?
borrowing or buying a tablet.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, we can talk about that.
Or trying to hook
that's
it up
enough
on my
stalling
phone or
for me.
something.
Sorry, I was waiting for Andrew there. What? Eddie?
Hurry up. Hurry up, Andrew.
I don't know. I'm trying to read some of these comments. Anyway, we'll let Andrew go on to game 1. And I guess the other thing when you see these scenarios, there's not many. So basically, because we had 3 people who had never turned up to a tournament, including maybe someone who went quite well. Is that right, Andrew?
As in the very first tournaments I've ever played at.
Yep. Yeah. And so we tried to keep, we knew we were going to do that. So we
nice.
kept it like, we just played straight up battle line, old school, 8th ed, victory points, and nothing else for game 1. So that's basically what
For game 1? Yeah, right.
Going to run through. Yeah.
Oh, this is so exciting. I can't believe we just ran a tournament.
It was good.
It's out of nowhere.
I'm pumped now to just get terrain and
I
battle
can hear.
mats and
I
just
can hear the
stack up.
excitement.
Yeah. Anyway, go, Andrew.
I'll hit it up. I might need Silver Dave to help me out. We'll see how we go. Just if I missed anything, because you know how sometimes you get like a little bit excited and you might miss a few shots, and obviously it's a long day, so there might be a few things that aren't quite correct, but we'll see if we can get in there. I'll get his list up.
So you're playing Silver Dave?
Yeah, Silver Dave. So we sort of had a bit of a so I'll just throw this up. We had
like grudges galore in round 1.
Yeah. Bit of a little grudge. So last time we ended up having a game, and I narrowly, thanks to a charm shield roll, was able to come out on top in our one and only game we've had. So I thought, we'll have another little matchup, see how we go. Obviously, most of you know I was taking the Seaguard, which I think is possibly one of the most underrated armies out there. Extremely strong in the right capable hands. As you'll see, I did quite well.
You had to like comp yourself, didn't you?
Yeah. I did. I had to tone myself down just so I didn't, come first at my own tournament. So Anyway, so Dave was running a Baron on Hippogriff with all the fruit. So that was his general, running the Frontier Axe, Healing Potion, Gauntlet of the Duel, Charm Shield, Virtue of Knightly Templar with the Exile's Vow. He's running a Paladin with Morningstar, Exile's Vow, BSB on foot with the Falcon Horn, Gauntlet of the Duel, Charm Shield. He's running an Outcast Wizard, Demonology level 3 on a horse, running a Damsel, Timber Spellcast on a horse as well, running Illusion. I didn't realize how many bloody champions he can get, but this is my fault because I didn't really read the list too well. He had a Sergeant of Arms with an Iron Spike Shield and Gauntlet of the Duel as well on foot. Core units, he had 15 Knights of the Realm on foot, which was nice to see, actually. Really good to see those guys getting around. Had the Monster Hunters Tapestry, a few other bits and pieces, full command, etc. 29 Yeoman Guards. These guys are actually pretty good as well in that big block. Running full command, Champ, Grail Monk with the War Banner. 20 Bowmen, full command with stakes. I think it's full command. Yeah. 20 Yeomen. Mounted Yeomen, sorry. 5 Questing Knights, which was pretty cool to see.
7.
Sorry, did you say 20 mounted?
Nah, 7 mounted.
7.
Oh, right. Okay.
Sorry, 20 Bowmen, 7.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I was-
7
I was
Mounted Yeomen.
Very intrigued momentarily.
Yeah. 5 Questing Knights. 10 Brigands. Again, I probably should have seen what these guys did. That was cool little ambushing unit that he had. And he had a Bombard and a Treb. So, it was quite a diverse list of quite a few bits and pieces. And quite a bit of infantry, which is really, really good to see. So I'll quickly go through mine. I won't go through it like list by list, but basically I was running a general who was not the prince. Well, I'm trying to remember what the hero guy's called. I can't remember my own list. What are they called? I'm gonna have to get it up.
No,
Sorry.
I can bring it up.
I'll just give me one sec. I'll just scroll. Noble. Sorry. So Noble was my general. He was on a Griffin, Seed of Rebirth, Talisman of Protection, just running a great weapon. I had another Noble, BSB with Battle Banner, which gives you D3. He was running a great weapon as well, Seed of Rebirth, and I think a Charm Shield on top of that. I was running a Stormweaver, level 3 on a Unicorn, running Elementalism. 20 Seaguard running the Monster Hunters Tapestry, which they did not get to use at all. So there you go. You equip it, and of course, they're not going to have any monsters go into them. So I don't know if it was just luck, but yeah, they didn't actually get to use that banner. 15 Ships Company running with bows, 15 Shadow Warriors running the Lawmaster's Cloak, which I completely forgot quite a few times.
What's that do again? Is that the
4-up ward against magic missiles?
Oh, yeah, magic missiles. Okay,
Yeah.
That's right.
Which will be useful.
It is, especially
so susceptible.
Yeah.
256 points. That costs more than my Dragon Ogres.
Yeah. No, they're bloody expensive.
Maybe close.
Skycutter without the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower, and running 2 Phoenixes for the first time.
Frost
and I would love to hear if anybody knows, and this is probably a hobby question. How do you have something on a flying stand with a magnet on a single post that won't turn around? That's the problem I've always had with these sort of like flying stands, because you want to magnetize it. But every time I magnetize something, it'll sort of like you move it and like the thing on top kind of pivots because there's no real friction with the magnet. Like it's still, I don't know. I don't know if you guys have found anything with that, but
depends how wide the stand is. You might be able to get 2. I mean, it's be big enough though. But you want multiple points of
I've done that with other stuff. I was trying to get away with it.
Or
Big
you
magnet,
could do.
Yeah.
You could do like you use a small piece of wire or something to interdigitate at the back so that it holds it aligned. And then just use there we go. That's a good word for you. And then because if you need a chunky magnet, because if you're trying to do 2 small ones, then it's kind of hard to get a big enough one to hold it up. But if you get a big one, then it's to drill a little wire at the back and then it curls up, so that way it sort of has to hook into the wire and then the magnet holds it in place.
Oh, that's a good idea. There you go. I should have. Yeah, because my Phoenixes didn't end up on their
They
bases.
never do that. So that's right. When I saw Andrew, this brings back to 8th edition days when I just saw the bases flying around.
Yeah, I had this base and this Phoenix in behind it the whole game. So it was a little bit embarrassing. But anyway, yeah, I'll get into game one. Did you want me to do game one and then you hit your game, Gommo, and then I'll do the last two?
Yeah, whatever.
Yep. Sweet. Sounds good. All right. So first game against Dave. Unfortunately, I think this is around turn 2, so it's a little bit.
Can we address the table? So wait, so is this good games terrain on there?
No, this is mine.
That's your terrain. Oh well, is there enough terrain on there, or is
well, they've covered? There was a building somewhere, and there's 3 hills.
Yeah,
and 2
this is
walls.
there's a building under that piece of paper.
And there's
and there's a hill right in that corner.
And
there's
low
linear
lyrics,
obstacles there. Okay. There's some stuff.
If I can zoom out.
Yeah.
John was ripping it off. I'm not going to say anything. John was the one who was like, "Is this a 40k table, man?"
No, I'm super zoomed in
thank
here,
you,
so
everyone.
you might have to excuse me. Yeah.
Right, all my heart. You've seen this on our
Not enough
background.
monoliths.
Yes, so it's
Yeah.
probably just the angle. It looks like there's nothing on there. But
No, there was.
Yeah.
Everything
Oh,
had.
actually, things have moved. There's
Snow
also-
terrain can be hard
there's
to
a-
make look interesting.
there's an
'cause it
ice-
just becomes all white.
There's an
snow.
ice pond up there. See that?
There's just
Mm.
white
That's been
on a
moved
white.
to the edge.
You know.
Yeah.
Wait, where's there a pond?
Up the
Oh, that
top
thing in
left.
the far. Oh, I thought that
That's
was a hill.
pond.
Oh, is that a pond? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, we'll crack on into it. So yeah, I deployed quite heavy on the left, and like obviously both my characters trying to send them off together, and then with my Phoenixes and stuff had on the right, I kind of had my infantry towards the middle. I was trying to ambush, and this is where I've stuffed up because I'm like, I'll ambush, but then Dave did everything so well that I ended up ambushing on the bottom of my table. If Dave can correct me wrong. So that was a pure noob moment where I've actually went to ambush and basically I've had to come on the back of my own board and bring them forward just because there wasn't anywhere else really suitable.
So you
so that was a
you
bit
couldn't bring
embarrassing.
them on the edges.
I didn't want to when
Yeah,
they
okay.
came on, just because it was going to be. I had knights on my right, and on the left I had his Griffin Lord. So I was just real hesitant because I'm like, oh, for 250 points, I'm like,
Mm.
wasn't too keen. Yeah. So I ended up just coming on down the bottom, and unfortunately, that's big
I think
stuff
I
up
remember
on
seeing
my.
you load them up. That's right. I remember seeing you bringing them on. Actually, yeah. Rings a bell.
So yeah, it was quite embarrassing. But yeah, anyway, he's gone in left to right. Basically, he had his yeoman guard, his knights in the middle, and he's very far left behind that building. I think he had his general in the hippogriff. He's got his archers sort of like right in the middle, and then off on the hill, he had his bombard, his treb, and then he had his knights. I think was maybe slightly behind the hill, and his yeoman with one of his damsels in it. I think his other damsel was in the knight block, and then I just went my so like try to just go up the flanks and then just have the middle as like shooting, I suppose. I figured, he can only really maximize on one side, and I thought he was actually going to put his Griffin off to the right, but he ended up putting it sort of off. Oh, sorry, his left, but he ended up going his right because I was trying to like sneak up and do a bit of a power move up one of the flanks, but it didn't end up working out. So yeah, this is like turn 2, I think. Possibly, I think it's turn 2. But anyway, I ended up going up on the left with both my Griffins, and he sent his Griffin up. And I thought, you know what, let's just. I really didn't think I was going to win this combat, but I thought, you know what, I'll just go in and see how we go. And I ended up, what did I do? I think I sent in my Phoenix. Dave might have to help me here.
Well, yeah,
And-
because apparently the reason why you could do that is because of this. Key moment
Yep.
turn 2, his horn, which was purchased from Temu, failed to work on a re-rollable aid.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
Thanks, Pops.
Yeah,
My
that's
daughter just
that
delivered
was
a beer.
a critical moment. So that helped me out a bit. And I was really hoping he was going to maybe take the bait and I was going to be able to get in with charges. But yeah, basically he ended up taking out my Phoenix quite easily, and then I think he possibly countercharged turn 2, or maybe he didn't, and I charged into him. I was trying to remember what happened there. But I ended up getting a combat with him and I thought I'm just going to send both Griffins in because obviously my BSB was going to give 1 plus his D3 roll. So I'm like, if I can hopefully win combat, I might be able to break him or, push him back and then I'll get the charge, things like that. I just really didn't want to get him to get the charge. But alas, things didn't work out too well in that regard. We'll hit that up later. And then off on the right, I sent my Sea Guard up towards his Knights, and I was hoping he was going to take the bait, but he didn't. And he didn't end up charging in, and they kind of ended up waffling around on the right as they do. And slowly, we'll see where they end up. And then I had my other Phoenix, which I sent up on the right, and it ended up taking out his Bombard. So that was good. And then I turned to face his Treb, and we'll see what happens soon. This is me. I think I got pushed back here with on the left-hand side with my Griffins. Where that base is where the other Griffin is. So I lost combat and basically got pushed back. And then he started moving his Yeoman Guard up towards me. And I'm like, well, this isn't going to go too well if he gets in the flank with his Yeoman Guard with all that static combat res. So what I ended up doing is actually I sent my BSB into the Yeoman Guard, funnily enough, just because, from where I was, I'm like, I can't just let them charge. They were getting pretty close. So I didn't really have too much of a choice here. I think his Damsel possibly got rid of, and his Archers got rid of my Phoenix from memory. They just kept on pipping off, 1 wound here, 2 wounds there sort of thing. My Phoenix is gone and his Treb is still there. And where are we? You can see his Knights have turned around and they're
heading
away. Yeah. And then you can see my Sea Guard is sitting there doing sweet stuff all. That was a lot of fun. And then, I had ended up sending over basically to try, because he's got all this infantry here. And I'm like, I was really stuck on, what to do. So I'm like, I'll try and threaten as much as you can with my Sky Cutter. So that's why it's sort of like up there on the top left. Just see if he can distract that infantry a bit. Basically I was shooting, but my shooting really wasn't doing a whole lot at this point. This is further on. You can see my general's got 3 wounds off him. I think I took maybe half his wounds off. So it wasn't looking too bad. I was trying to get I think I kept failing it, was Bulls Unmaking and just get rid of his Frontier Rats.
I remember that.
Yeah. So if I got rid of that, then I think it really would have sort of eaten up the game a bit. But alas, I just couldn't get it off. I think what is it, 11 to cast or something, and just because you don't get the reroll with the
Stormweaver. Yeah,
the Stormweaver doesn't get the reroll like your normal.
How did you find? Well, I mean, I shouldn't butt in here, but how did you find Elementalism? Because you hadn't used it. Because I love it, but you hadn't really used it with the Stormweaver a lot.
Another question.
Okay.
No, I see why people bring it. It's actually really good. Yeah, it really helped. Especially, I think it's just like Plague of Rust is just certain situations good. So good. Yeah, it's just. Anyway, that's where this combat. It actually went for quite a while. This combat, so to be fair, it wasn't over and done with straight away. What's going on my?
I guess while you're doing that, you can't be killing the rest of your dudes
Yeah.
with it. So, but I mean, what else is he? He's probably going to try kill those dudes anyway. So I don't know. But yeah,
I think at this point in
with his multi-wound
time,
weapon.
yeah. So this point in time, off on the left, you could probably see my general's dead at this point in time, and he's ended up going into my Stormweaver, which you can see down on the very far left. And he ended up, I thought he might have gone into my other Griffin, the BSB, but he didn't. He sent the Yeoman Guard in on the flank, and that ended up being a real long fight. Because he's got I think 8 champions or something ridiculous in that unit. So he just kept.
Is that where his sergeant is? Because that's what he did to me.
Yeah.
But it actually worked out well when I did that with him because I wanted to protect my shaman. So I was in combat with him. We were just pillow fighting each other last time.
Yeah, well, it was like 3 challenges, and he's got static combat res a bazillion, and I just kept losing combat. But I was lucky I didn't break. Thank goodness. I just kept getting pushed back, which was very lucky. And then my Sea Guard finally decided they went into marching column, and then I've moved up. But yeah, you can see here I'm starting to lose some Sea Guard as it's pipping me away. And then my archers are sitting back there and slowly taking off 1 or 2 of his archers. But I think his archers.
Where are your sisters at this point? I mean, sorry, the shadow.
Yeah, they're down on the bottom. You just can't see them. So they're the bottom left of.
Are they shooting things, or are they just? What are they doing?
They had to walk up. They were slowly getting up there. Yeah. But you'll see them soon. So yeah, here they are. You can see them now. So he's taken off the Stormweaver, and then he's charged into my Shadow Warriors. So yeah, he's in there. I've challenged him, of course, with the mighty Shadow Warrior champion. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to kill the Griffin. Surprise. And yeah, they just didn't do too well in that combat either. My Griffin in the top left is still going, but you can see the Sea Guard finally were able to get into his
war machine.
His war machine. And Dave did a really stellar move here where I was really stuck because he positioned his knights, which you can't see, which are above the trebuchet, and basically is like, well, if I do an overrun into those archers, they had a nice little rear charge. So I was really stuck on what to do here. And yeah, he still had, I think his damsel was in there just shooting stuff at me. He had his, not the bombards, the brigands or whatever they are.
The blunderbussy dudes.
Yeah, shooting me out the bum. So yeah, I'm getting shot from every single angle. So it's one of those things you try and get in combat, but at the same time, I was like, well, he just positioned so well. I'm like, oh, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. So that was the last picture. So basically, what's happened? I'll quickly go through. So the Griffin fight, I was able to get through all his champs and got him down enough where. I was able to do enough damage where I actually won combat, and he actually broke and fled. And thank goodness I was actually able to run him down. So I got some points out of that unit. I think Dave was saying it's quite a lot of points in that unit. So I was able to get some points there. The Shadow Warriors, funnily enough, kept getting pushed back, and they ended up fleeing and went through my other archer unit there. But then Dave was able to get through that archer unit and kill it. But my Shadow Warriors were able to fight another day. He couldn't get through them all at the end. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think he didn't end up getting my Sea Guard, I believe, at the end. And then that's a lot where the game ended. Dave might have to help me out with that last bit. But yeah, that's where we ended up. And yeah, Dave ended up winning on a 13 and I got a 7. So it wasn't too bad considering how much of a mauling I was seeming to get. Like my dead pile was just so big towards the end. I had just 4 dead elves everywhere. And yeah, that was game 1.
Man, that's as good as a 20-0 win when you bring Sea Guard.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I had to just, some poor generalship just on purpose because I didn't want to, just, how it goes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Silver Dave's 2-3 now against us then. Or 2.
Yeah, the battle banner was good, Dave. Yep.
Work it out. 2-1. Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, Cool. Well, yeah, so I did not play round one. Unfortunately, not Matt is on there, and we had a grudge, but because of that whole 17 situation, he ended up playing that guy who contacted me last, so I ended up switching him out. I hit Matt up that night going, oh, mate, I'm sorry. I might have to, step out of the grudge, but he's fine. He said, been there, done that. So
Fled from the grudge.
Yeah. I will need to
you.
catch up on that at some point. Yeah. But yeah, I did do round two because unfortunately, Todd's just here. There he goes. Hey guys, you did top job. He had to drop out after round one. So that allowed me to get a game two in, and Andrew will cover this as well. And this was our first scenario, basically taking
This is round
King
two.
of the Hill.
Okay, cool.
And using more of the Western Sydney Wargamers version, which I like, which is like getting 100 victory points if you're within 9 at the end of your turn. So not every player's turn. It doesn't ratchet up that quick. But it's also, I don't like the one where it's like at the end of the game, you got to get the hill, because I still feel like people then go, well, I'll just fly onto the hill or do stupid things like that. Like this is really good because it makes you get on the hill all game,
I
which
agree.
is where
I
you
agree.
just get dice rolling and just big
Yeah.
units smashing into each other. So that was cool. So I really like that sort of mechanic rather than the other one. Anyway, so I was playing.
One more question with that though. Did it
Yep.
did it have a weird effect though that the player going second in each round had a bit of an advantage?
I
compared
haven't
to
actually talked
player
to people. You
turns?
might have to ask Andrew that. Well, it wouldn't. I don't know. Does it matter?
Yeah.
Did you only get it on your turn?
Oh, is it only your turn you score it?
Yeah, this is only your turn.
Oh, okay. Not the end of each game
not,
round.
No, not every.
Yep.
I see.
Sorry,
Yeah, cool.
No, every game round, but not player turn. So, I see what you mean. Your own turn, yes, but you can only score it once in a game round, but it has to be your turn.
Yeah,
Yes,
has
I
to
see
be
what
your
you mean.
turn.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's actually really well. Love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just So
On
you can't.
board.
Yeah, right. You can't do that abusive stuff where it's like, you get. If you're going second, you got more chance of getting it twice. Yeah. No. So I was playing Alex. I think it's Alex Jones. Oh, not Jones. I keep getting names wrong, don't I? Jacobs. God, not Alex Jones. He wasn't there. So he. I think so. He's another first. So I think this might have been his second game now. He's obviously not on the chat. I'm not sure he is. But I think he collects and paints. So he has like 8 different armies and they're actually done really well. But this is his second game of Old World. So his first game was round 1 at our tournament.
What?
So, yeah.
Of Old World?
Of the Old World.
Of playing
sure
it.
if
But he's
he's
got a
played
almost fully painted
fantasy.
army.
Oh, he's got multiple fully painted armies.
Fully painted fantasy armies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gommo says he
Beastmen,
collects or something.
Chaos. Oh, this is
Yeah.
obviously Chaos. What was the other ones he said? I think it was Orcs or something. I can't remember. It's like
Nice.
multiple. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
really
pretty
good.
Yeah.
That
it's
is.
pretty
That's
good.
awesome.
And it is done really well.
so much for how much benefit it's like running these events is for the community.
Oh,
too,
yeah, just
getting these
people.
out.
Yeah, like it was so good. So, I mean, take this
just
with a
give
grain
them
of
have fun
salt. I mean,
time.
I'm not saying that just to, just to
No, you won't, but
soften
I
the
am.
blow, but yeah. But anyway, so and then obviously my list was
in terms of
not
the
a
outcome.
ringer
Sorry,
list. My
right.
list is the one I took to Western Sydney Wargamers.
I just don't know what the outcome
is
was.
actually supposed to play well. Anyway, so it's basically my Wild Herd list, which is the big. It's a little bit different. I've got a big block of gore with the again Monsters Hunter Tapestry. I think Andrew, your point about that. I only had one game, and obviously no one came into that either. But I feel like that means it's worth its points as well, because it's like one of those things. It's like, did it do anything? Well, yeah, because no one went into it, so it did do.
Well,
the
yeah.
thing.
So
Yeah.
it might dictate what your opponent goes into.
Yeah.
So it didn't do the thing, therefore it did its job. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So so I've got I've got like just a small. So I've got the ambushing. Not that I ambushed anything here. I don't think I've got like ambushing. 15 Ungors, my flying level 4 Voltide guy on elementalism, 1 Razor Gore, 7 Harpies at the back, 30 Gores. So this is the good thing about this change of list. I could get more Gore in there. My general's in there. I probably shouldn't have put him in there. It's probably a bit of a mistake because there's nothing. He can't shoot me, so I don't know why I put him in there. But anyway, he's on Demonology. Then 4. There's just not much room here, so 4. I had to put my ogres like that. 4
You're a
of
bit,
the
looking a
dragon
bit
ogres.
squished.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then my Shaggoth, and then 2 of the Razorgore out on the right, and then I did have. Oh, sorry, I did ambush. I ambushed my the Primal Warhorde. Sorry, I did ambush them.
Yeah, right.
But he had chaos. So he's got. I just had it right here, and I just closed it. Yeah, he's got a chariot out on the left there. He's got a Nurgle. What are they called? The gigantic spawn, and then he's got a bunch of warriors. So that first unit that's across from the hill there, I believe, they're just undivided, I think. And he's got a sorceress behind there. Sorry, his list is here, but it's like the full army list, so it's quite hard to read. It's got all the stats and stuff, but it's all in text. So now I'm like, can't really read it. And anyway, he's got a demon prince of Khorne with like, all the smashy bloody weapons and crimson armor of Dargon, pendant of damnation. Everything's got brazen collar, like I think it's brazen collar, the MR2 on it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's a frenzied, obviously big demon prince, only lit 4 wounds. Have some dogs. The warriors behind that are also Khorne. There's some other crap on them. Can't remember what it was. And then chosen knights out on his left flank with a BSB in there as well, which are just undivided. So they weren't, they weren't anything too worried. So I wasn't overly concerned about the demon prince, but I was in terms of if it gets to charge off and goes crazy at, like, say, my Shaggoth or something, I thought he could definitely do some damage. But he is frenzied. And I was like working it out, going, yeah. Anyway, so I was a bit of a dick, I guess. I don't know. It was fun. Anyway, so he got the +1 and I still got the first turn. So like bloody dude. Anyway, I moved up got the 100 points like within the thing, and I just stayed out of every charge range except for the frenzied demon prince and put him right in front of that. What's it called? That impassable terrain there. And everything else out of charge range. But like, it was good. He was learning. Like, I was, talking through what to do and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so we did that. Put this elemental spirits in front of his warriors, just hopefully annoy them as they're trying to get to the hill. And then the next turn he got off because he's got elementals? No, he's got demonology as well, and he got off the fly spell and put his warriors right on top of the hill. My turn obviously won. I couldn't really do a lot.
Oh, that's the hill.
Out of range.
Right.
So yeah,
I thought that was impossible.
No, that's the big hill. Right. He went into that, and obviously his demon prince charged and then wiped out my pig, and then he just reformed.
Piggy be gone.
That, and everything just started to move up. He put his dogs there, you can see, and then that was into my turn too. So looking back, I'm an asshole.
Why? What did you do now?
Chariot out in here. I put my skirmishers like this, but put the one closest to him was in the forest, so he had to charge towards it. And then obviously could never. I think 3 turns he tried to charge, and just it was very gamey. It was my only game. I was like, fuck this.
Winning at all costs here.
Yeah, and so the gigantic chaos spawn's the only thing I'm worried about over here. But I had my 2 dudes with the Viletide ready to go at him, and I just then, if I didn't kill him, I just put my pig in a way that at least he can't get into my big unit straight away. So then I only got 1 off. I got the +1 attack, +1 strength spell on the demonology, and then charged in. So I'm actually up on the hill. This is where it's a bit annoying that my shaman was in the unit, but I don't know, it doesn't matter. He's actually quite safe too, because he's got a good ward and he's toughness 5. Like, he can sort of just hang out there, but he probably would have been better out of the unit, but he is what it is. So we went in, and then I just went in with the Dragon Ogres into his Demon Prince, because I thought, I don't want to risk him. Well, he can just challenge my Shaggoth and they're there fighting, but I felt like there's just more wounds. Like, he's only got 6 attacks, I think it is. Is it? No, less, maybe 5, 6, I can't remember. But he gets extra attacks, more wounds he takes.
Okay.
I just thought because I don't have a champ in those Dragon Ogres, so I thought I'll just go in and that way, worst case, he kills like 1, and then I still get 6 attacks with strength 7 back at him. Might be able to do some damage. And then I went into the dogs with had to get my birds out of there. So they went into the dogs. So that was all cool. So this picture, actually, what you're seeing is my Viletide power scrolled because I had everything. Well, actually, this doesn't have MR2 on the Nurgle. Everything else does. My Viletide roll after I'd re-rolled. That's my sixes. I think I rolled 11 wounds.
Wait, what?
Ouch.
On the giant chaos spawn. I've never rolled that high.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
those are all sixes to wound.
They're all sixes to wound. Yeah. And
Oh my
and obviously 5-up ward.
God. Okay.
Yeah. So I popped him in one go. Sorry, dude. Yeah. And then the amount these guys, even though they're like not
Just so
much,
unlikely.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, 6 wounds and 5-up. Usually, I thought he'd be there for another turn, but that's where I was really going. Why did I put my general in the unit? Because I would have had an extra Viletide.
Yeah.
Oh well. Anyway, but these guys, because I got that +1 attack off as well, and then I rolled a double on my Primal Furies. They got Frenzy as well, and even though they just got the front rank, they just wiped that unit down to 4 dudes left, and they ran away because obviously I had
It's buckets of dice.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I almost not cost myself, but then I just see where my harpies are. I killed the dogs. They ran off, and I didn't. I went, I'll chase them, and I didn't catch them. No, what did I do? No, I didn't. Did I catch them? I can't remember, but I should have held them back because they went into the fucking warriors. And I'm like, problem there is I didn't kill the demon prince, and now that the warriors are here.
Yeah.
And they'll wipe those harpies overrun, and my dragon ogres are about 8 inches away. I'm like, fuck. This is, I had it all right. And I'm like, I'm a dickhead. This is not good. Bumped him back. Sorry, he won the combat. Sorry. He bumped me back. And I can't remember. He had to follow. That's right. We looked up that rule. He had to follow up because even though it's a follow up, it's still the frenzy still he has to follow up. So that he went in to my dragon ogres and stayed in combat. Sorry, Josh, what were you going to say?
Can I just go back to the harpies? So wait, so what else would you have done then? So if they hadn't, if they hadn't pursued, if they'd sat there, what difference does it make?
A charge,
a charge, overrun, actually make it more likely they're going to hit because that's a roll of 8.
I think but I think where this is, sorry, because I might have missed a picture, is I think I caught his dogs and that's where I ended up, and then they've charged into my harpies there, so they're actually further back.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
I think. I just can't remember because I remember looking at it going, I probably shouldn't have done that, but anyway, it's.
So they wouldn't have been able to charge the harpies if you hadn't.
I think they were probably too. Well, if they were, it would have been like
charge?
a 6. Yeah,
like an unlikely charge. Yeah,
and I would have just fled it probably there.
Yeah, true. Then you can just flee it.
Yeah.
My general's right there, and so I don't really care about the harpies anyway. Yeah, but that was pretty boneheaded in a way. But they kill them, and then he rolls his overrun, and he missed it by an inch. I felt and he didn't make it. Well, maybe not an inch, but it's pretty close. They just didn't. Make it
if he needs an 8, then that's still 56 chance of not getting it. But still, that would have been amazing.
So this dragon ogres are just so they lost first, and he took 2 wounds, and then that next turn they went to town and got him down by what was it? I think he went down to because of that unstable rule. I think I beat him by an extra 2, whatever, and he went down. He was down to 1 wound left, and he got pushed back. Actually, I don't even think we moved him back there yet. And then I've just pivoted I didn't follow him up.
Follow up. Yeah.
Because I thought I'm going to try and shoot him with that 1 wound. At this point, I'm like, just try and kill him. And then I Viletided. I only rolled 11. Out of 5d6, rolled 11 Viletide. That's it. No reroll on this guy that I was shooting him at. So it wasn't that guy. It was this other guy. Actually, hang on. Maybe it is that guy. Oh, no, it wasn't him. Sorry. It's the dudes on the hill, if you can see. You can't really tell. I repositioned it. I just basically pivoted him. And so it was my general shot him with his Voltide.
Yeah,
I rolled
why
11.
Sixes up there. Yes, 11
But
dice.
out of 11 dice
Out of
with
5
no
d6,
reroll,
yeah.
I rolled 5
No.
sixes.
Oh, not again.
Oh,
Oh my god, man!
Fucking hell.
You
loaded
gotta stop
dice.
playing. Yeah, you gotta stop playing with this loaded dice, man. Like,
And
player.
yeah, I was
It's a
like,
bit
I'm
unfair.
sorry. Like some games, look, Voltide's bad,
Yeah.
but at the same time, sometimes you just roll shit. Like I rolled 11 on 5d6. I'm like, well, I'm going to do like 1 or 2 wounds here. And then I rolled 6.
Yeah,
Six
you roll
sixes. I was like, oh shit, sorry. So yeah, his general's gone. You can see my Dragon Ogres took out a bunch of those dudes, pushed them back, and then I mean it was sucked here. I got a charge, but by then I'm like, okay, well if you have my Dragon Ogres, they've done their job. Like, it's fine. But they still look at this out of that chaos
they held.
chosen.
They
they're
held.
still-
They just fell back.
Yeah, well you just got to know how to roll
Robin
5 ups,
gave
and you can
ground.
just
Yeah.
survive anything with these guys. Yeah. So then down to that, and then obviously I pivot. I went into the flank there, and then
Oh, yeah,
and
okay.
then
It's all
there
over.
goes those
Yep.
dudes, and that was the game. Yeah,
Yep.
that was.
Yep.
Yeah, we took the hill off at that point too because it was getting annoying. But yeah, Paul, he was such a good opponent. I felt like he was having fun the whole time. And I'm like, I'm sorry. This is but it's
Sorry.
my only game too. I want to like throw dice. How else are you supposed to operate this?
No,
Machinery.
it would have been a fun game to play because there were definitely windows there where he could have, if he got that
Yeah.
flank charge, that type of thing for sure. And some of it
Yeah.
was, you just roll the crazy number 6s. Like that is
Yeah,
that's fun.
can't really help it if you're right. Because if it was average 6s, that spawn would have stayed alive an extra turn. I don't think he's dead. I mean, he's demon. That's the problem with those demon prints. They've got 4
Demon
wounds.
Prince-
They're just,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
if anything
you're
spikes, they're
probably
dead.
going to kill it, even if you got 2.
Yeah, so it's a bit annoying in that regard. But anyway, so yeah, it was. Yeah, that was my only game, but it was fun because the way it went.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry, Alex, but yeah, no, he was really good. He, I think he had a lot of fun at the whole game, like the whole day. So that was good.
All right.
Game 2 for Andrew.
Game 2. Let me get more stuff together. So yeah, game 2. Obviously, same King of the Hill. As you can see, we had there's quite a lot of hills here. So we had 2 big hills off to each side, hill in the center, and then we had 2 forests, which was sort of like opposing the 2 hills, and then just 2 pieces of impassable to the far left and right in the center. I was up against Chris, who was running Warriors of Chaos. I'll just quickly go through his list. So he was running a Chaos Lord, Mark and Nurgle on a Manticore, the Carrion Crow. He had so it's Favor of the Gods. I know it says ×3, but anyway, Brazen Collar. He's running a Sorcerer Lord, which was Zinch, level 3 on foot with Ruby Ring, Wand of Jet, running Demonology, 15 Chaos Warriors, running Zinch, Icon of Darkness, full command, just shield, and sword and board, sorry. Another lot of 15 Warriors, sword and board as well, full command, just underbited those guys. I had 2 Chimeras, which he told me were quite shit. They ended up, I think they seem okay, but yeah, they're definitely not the best thing. They seem to just be lacking any AP, because they don't have any. I don't know if they got Armor Bane, but yeah, you just said they've got no AP, which it did actually affect the how effective they were. And he was running a Warp Fire Dragon. First time I've actually faced one of these.
Yeah, I've done that.
So yeah, they're not too bad. But anyways, he's got a very nice compact list. So he's basically running on his left, he had his Lord and his Chimera behind a hill. He was running his other Chimera on his far right behind a forest next to the Warfire. So they're nice supporting each other. And then straight in the middle, he just had his 2 blocks of Chaos Warriors. Obviously, the Zinch block had his Mage in it, just to get the casting boost. So I think it was had +2 to cast, so it was +4, I think, total. So yeah, that was that was hard to stop anything. I sort of ran. I didn't bother ambushing or scouting. I'm like, I just wanted to shoot. I was thinking possibly running them behind his Chaos Warriors and just shooting from behind. But it's I don't know, just where he was. I'm like, he's going to come towards the center. I just wanted to sort of like have my Shadow Warriors just being a bit of a pest off to the side. So again, it might just be crappy placement, but for me, Shadow Warriors are just quite expensive for just guys with bows. So I just find their usefulness isn't that fantastic. So I'm like, I'll just stick them on this hill and just see how they go. Flanking, so that was my far left, and then they're on a hill there. Then flanking left and right of my Shadow Warriors is I had both my Griffins. The Griffin on the right was actually a little bit more forward than in the picture. I just couldn't stick on the hill there. And then behind my Shadow Warriors, I just had my Mage. Towards the center, I was running my Sea Guard. Yep. And then off to the right, I had my little unit of archers hiding in the forest there. And then to the left of the forest, I had my, losing my words here.
Skycutter.
Skycutter. There's too many words. Where are we? And then to the right of that, and then this is where I sort of gypped Chris a bit. I had both my Phoenixes, one behind another. And then you can see I moved a tree. So I placed everything. And then I ended up moving a tree, as you can see, in front of one of my Phoenixes there, just because that's where my archers went. Unfortunately for Chris, he forgot I had Phoenixes there, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So that's dodgy cheating.
You can't see them.
Yeah, can't see them. But the Phoenixes are off to the side, but yeah, you kind of forgot about them. But we'll hit that up in a sec.
Oh, this is during deployment type thing, is it? Like
yeah, so this is where we deployed. Yep.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll go back to these Phoenixes. So basically, he's moved up to the right. You can't really see it all that well, but the very far right, he's moved up both his Lord and his Chimera. And I've sort of said to him about, obviously, my Phoenixes, blah, 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 when it was my turn to possibly charge. And then he's like, I forgot your Phoenixes were there. And I was like, was it because of that tree? And he was like, yeah. So then I was like, just move him wherever you want, like reposition whatever you want. Like, I just didn't want to dodge him on that. But he's like, he was thinking about it. And then he was like, I think I'll just actually leave them where they are because I don't think would have changed it anyway. So that didn't work out too bad in the end. I hope that's what he was actually going to do because I kind of felt a bit bad. Sometimes you move stuff and you don't really think about what you're doing at the time. But yeah, he was happy just to leave it there. So I was like, yeah, okay. And that was only the first turn, so it wouldn't have changed anything. He could have repositioned it. So that stayed there. And basically he's moved here. So he went first and he's moved his warriors just straight up onto the hill. And then for me, I didn't have too much to counter his warriors in the center because he had his 2 warrior blocks, as you can see there. So I was just getting a little bit concerned, with what I was going to be able to counter his second warrior block with. So actually what he's done with the first warrior block, which is the one off to the left, and that's not the one with the mage in it, is I actually sent my the general in, which is what you can see there. So he ended up actually charging in. His champ challenged me out. Of course, I lost combat. And I run away. Yeah. So I ended up getting an overrun. So that's how far up he got. And then, he ended up going into my Sea Guard, funnily enough. So my Sea Guard didn't get to stand and shoot, but it didn't work out too bad for me, but we'll get into that later. So yeah, you can see my general currently is running away there. Off to my left, I sent my Griffin into his Chimera and with my BSB, and I was able to, I think I actually pushed him off the board. So I was able to win combat there and pushed him off. And we'll see what happens off to the right there, but I've got 2 Phoenixes staring down both his general and his Chimera. But the Phoenixes, to be honest, did not want to be a part of his general at all. I was like, I had nothing that could counter it. So I was just trying to maybe, bait him with some juicy sort of targets and maybe flee. That was about all I could think about doing there. And my Sky Cutter, I've just repositioned towards the center to try and weakly threaten his caster's unit, just the big warrior block with his Zinch Mage in it. But again, I didn't have a whole lot that could really counter anything in the center, not those big blocks. So where are we? So yeah, this is a little bit further on. I ended up taking off his Chimera. I charged in with both my Phoenixes. So I was able to take that off. He sent his Warpfire Dragon down, funnily enough, into my Shadow Warriors, which I didn't think he was going to do. I thought he was going to send it into the center, but he ended up going down into my Shadow Warriors. They did I think, Fire and Flee. So they're actually down on the bottom left, but they're right, 1 inch from the board edge. So next charge, yeah, they're not long for the world. But I did send everything towards the center into try and just get that melee going. I ended up winning combat, luckily, with the Seaguard after he got the overrun into me, and I was able to push his warrior block back a little bit. It's just because, when you charge in, you lose the bonus of the extra range fighting.
Yeah, and you've got all
those. Yeah. So I was just able to get a bit lucky there. Pushed him back, and then I basically sent in my BSB in for the flank, as you can see there, and then I sent my Sky Cutter in up around the back for a possible rear charge. And then I thought, well, I'm going to have to do something here with this other big block of warriors because I don't think I'm going to be able to take both of those on. So again, my generals just run in there to be a bit of bait and just see how he goes. Could get lucky, but probably not. And one of my Phoenixes, his Chimera, his Chimera ended up running away, I think it was, because he actually moved it forward and I moved one of my Phoenixes up, and the way it positioned, the Chimera ran and I caught him. And then you can see there, one of my Phoenixes ended up right in front of his Lord on Manticore. So I'm like, he's probably, again, not long for this world. So I have my 2 Phoenixes off there. They're still alive. Wasn't looking terribly at this point. But yeah, we'll see how we keep going. Yeah. So he did end up getting into my general. General got pushed back, and then he overran into my Seaguard, and yeah, obviously they're no longer there. Let's just say that. But I was able to get in and do quite a bit of damage to the other unit. I think he's down to like 5 or 6 guys, but he's got that big Zinch block, but it's stuck behind, as you can see there, the other unit. So his Zinch block is blocked just because he did a pursuit move. And that's just where he ended up, basically. Just because the bigger unit, he had to flee from the Zinch block, and then that's just where they ended up. Funnily enough, he took out one of my Phoenixes, and he's turned around to the center combat that's going on. And lo and behold, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to Hail Mary. Send the archers in. So they passed the terror check. And the archer block is charged his rear with his Lord on Manticore. This is typical Warhammer, this combat here. And my Phoenix that I had over on that side, so it's killed one, and the other one, I didn't want to send him into the Manticore because it's just going to die. And I didn't want to send him forward because I didn't want to give the Manticore a possible charge to bring him forward further. So he's just kind of just hanging back there doing nothing.
Did he do? But what was the deal? The aura? What do they have on this? Was it not an aura?
You get strike last if you're in base contact.
Oh,
yeah, he's only got 4 attacks.
So you actually have to commit him. Okay, is that the case in 8th? I can't remember. I thought there was like a 6-inch aura thing. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, in 8th they were really good, but yeah, they're not that good. I think they had a 5-up ward or something in 8th as well. But yeah, they've only got
they were really good.
Yeah,
back then.
Never saw the flames, but you always saw the frosties.
Nah.
The Frost one was great.
Yeah, but yeah, they're not all that awesome. Anyway, that's where we are with that. Yeah. The bottom left, as you can see, it's still got a Warfire Dragon there. He did end up, I think I ended up fleeing, so he wouldn't be able to possibly do a reform. So I just fled off the board when he charged in. And then, yeah, he didn't end up going off the board. He just went right down near the bottom of the board. So that's just where he ended up. And then, so I think this is the last shot. So what's happened, the archers actually beat him in combat, the Lord on Manticore, classic Warhammer moment. And I was really hoping he was just going to fail his leadership check and run off and I was going to catch him. I was praying for it. I'm like, come on, ultimate Warhammer moment. But no, he just stumbled forward and I went again. And then, yeah, they didn't beat him again, as you can imagine. But they tied him up. So, yeah, I was able to take out all those warriors. So that warrior black was gone. And then he had his Zench block there. And I'm like, well, I just didn't think I was going to have enough to get that Zench block. Plus, he had the Warp Fire that was going to turn around. And I'm just like, I need to do something. So I thought this might be a smart move, but it wasn't the smartest move. I ended up sending, because his Warp Fire is not a character, as far as I'm aware. Well, he didn't challenge. I don't think it is.
I don't think
it is. No.
Yeah.
It's just a monster.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. So I'm like, I'll just send everything in. So I did a Hail Mary here. I sent both nobles on their griffins. And, so I just sent everything in I could. And unfortunately, he ended up taking out I think it was my BSB. And then my other two, they stayed alive because this was the end of the game. But yeah, that was, I only took, I think,
these
two,
nobles must be
maybe
just
one,
shit, hey?
one wound off. So I already took one wound off, or maybe I didn't take any
You
wounds.
really need to reroll the ones or reroll hits again, hey?
Yeah,
It's just bullshit. Like, how does that
I just
happen?
did. Yeah,
That's
I didn't do
disappointing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we ended up. And
I thought they would do much better than that.
Yeah.
that's what I thought too. Hence why I sent them in. I'm like, I should be able to do
Of
something.
course.
But yeah, so
Do you want me to just do the shout outs quickly and then we can finish?
yeah. I was taking that out. But that was a 7-13 again.
Oh, that's fresh. Yeah. I mean, not that it
Yeah.
would have won you the game, but that's just. It just felt like in that game, everything you threw at anything just didn't stick.
Just bounced
Didn't
off.
have enough.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, cool. We'll just do a quick shout out to the patrons right now, and then Andrew will finish his game 3, and then we'll do the questions and all that sort of stuff.
We'll do
But
the
yeah,
questions. Yep. Makes sense.
cool. A few are still on here, but yes, a big thank you to Sexy. They've changed his name again. Sexy Dan Hobble Horse or Hobby Horse.
Hobby horse?
Can't read. Is it Hobby or Hobble?
Yeah, it's Hobby. It's an I.
Hobby Horse, Mark Hubitz, Shabismus, Ambler Doom, Western Sydney Wargamers, Feud Owner, Vinny, Louis Spagnato McCallan, and King Pash with the mustache rash. Tom Pickard, not Matt, Just Tools, Adam Lamb, The Orange Juicer, Matty, Firebird 7137, Peter Holman, Mark Langley. Where is Mark? He's not here.
No, he said he wouldn't be here today.
Okay. Matt Hinton, The Old Warrior, Silver Dave, A Sporadic Sanity, Mark Nick, Chris Bowler, Drunk Hammer Nate, Ben, Shooter Louis, Cam the Dentist, James McCullen, Liam Fallon, Tommy Kublin, Jay McBride, Flatworld's Edge, Sexy Jelly, Herald of the Old World, Kill Herd, Tommy Dogs, Matthew Klein, Perfidy, Griff, Jess Tools, Wood Duck, Josh Griffiths, Nananum, Daniel Broadstock, Elliot Mitchum. I almost know this off by heart now. Gilthos Draconos, Diesel, Denny Gamer,
Except for this bit.
Robert Z, Breen 1000 Personal Pleasure Products. Breen 1000. I don't get the Breen.
That's an
part.
in-house joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it?
1000
Okay.
Personal Pleasure Products.
You don't want to
Okay,
know.
well,
You don't want to know.
Gushing Grandma.
Wait, what? What just happened?
Gushing
What did
Grandma.
you just say?
I don't know. I said gushing. I've never actually
Oh
said
my
those two
God.
words together before. Gushing Grandma.
Yeah.
Gunwich, Henry
Good reason.
Cavill,
Unbeliever.
and the OG Todd Lloyd, who was in there before. So Yes. So what's Breen
Henry
1,000
Cavill.
personal
Lovely.
pleasure products?
I'm not sure. I've
okay.
never heard that before.
Okay. Right, yeah.
There's not a
There's
song
the
about it
intro.
at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep.
Anyway, that's
We
all
won't
awesome
open
patron
that
list.
can.
It just make the whole end of
Really?
the list. It just falls apart. But yes, cool. They got some questions, but we might smash through Andrew's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
try and
tips over the
close out
game.
Broadmeadow
we'll
Brawl.
do the
And
questions.
then,
Yep.
yeah. Gushing monoliths comes off the tongue well. Yeah, that's true.
Gushing. I've got some monolith gear. Got some photos of some monoliths.
Ooh, don't tease us.
Strap in.
All right. So Michael, game 3. I think I called him Matt about 2 or 3
Do you want
times.
this back up?
Yeah. I'll change where we are in a sec. He was running Skaven. Not a bad list actually, but we'll get into how things went there. So I'm 0 from 2. Sea Guards,
Love and life.
Yeah. They're still a power play, but anyway. So he was running Skaven Warlord with the Giant Blade. That was his general. That was like literally it. Just had a Giant Blade. He's running a Gracia level 3 with the Storm Demon Demonology. He had a Skaven Chieftain with the War Banner. He had a Warlock Engineer with the Ruby Ring of Ruin. He had a huge block of 28 Storm Vermin, running a Rattling Gun as well, full command. 25 Clan Rats with a Rattling Gun, 25 Clan Rats with a Rattling Gun, both full command. 19 Giant Rats. He had 3 Rat Swarms. Go the Rat Swarms. They went pretty well. 8 Jezzails, 2 Poison Wind Globadiers, a Warp Lightning Cannon, and an A-Bomb. So that was his list. Ooh. It's not too bad in Skaven department as lists are concerned. Quite a similar list to Chris, the other Skaven player, actually. Not 100%, but like similar-ish. A few different changes. So, yeah, this is the Crossways deployment. I forget what it's called, but it's the one where there's the 3 markers.
Drawn battle lines and then strategic location 3, I think it was. Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, as you can see, the blue markers are the strategic locations going across. And as you both know, you end up with 1 unit pretty much smack bang on one of the markers straight away. So yeah, it's pretty cool little layout because you do sort of like end up with this big melee in the middle. He ended up deploying quite heavy on his right. I was a little bit surprised he didn't actually go a little bit like further, like deployed across. He kind of went very, very heavy, as you can see that, almost like castling up. But anyway, that's just the way he deployed. So on his far right, he had 2 of his Globadiers. He had his Warp Lightning Cannon. He had his Engineer in there next to Warp Lightning Cannon. He was running one of his blocks of the Skaven Clan Rats. He had a whatchamacallit in there. His the wizard, forget what his name is, sorry. And then the Rattling Gun was off to the right of that, like right next to the Warp Lightning Cannon. So he actually had all this juicy stuff all within this small proximity, which kind of worked out pretty well for me. I won't give too many spoilers away. Then right next to that, he had another unit of his Clan Rats with right between the 2 Clan Rats. He had another Rattling Cannon. Behind all that, he had his A-Bomb. The only problem he had here is obviously, as you can see, his A-Bomb's kind of blocked. So he couldn't really move forward there. I don't know if he planned that or not, but I think it kind of stuffed him up a little bit. And then behind all that, again, which was kind of blocked off as well, he had his big unit of Storm Vermin. And then behind the Storm Vermin, he had another Rattling Cannon. I think maybe what he was trying to do was give his Jezzails a line of fire. So you can see he had a forest pretty much smack bang in the middle of his deployment zone where he's put his Jezzails because there was a big hill kind of in his way. So he was kind of blocked a bit, I suppose, with where his Jezzails could go. And then behind his Giselles, because I ended up ambushing, he put his rat swarms just to try and, counter me ambushing that area. And then right to his very far left of his deployment zone, near his marker, he had his giant rats. And then behind that big piece, the impassable house there, he had 2 more of his Globadiers, which I actually forgot about, funnily enough. I thought you knew about it.
So he didn't have lightning cannons, or did I miss that?
He had one to the far right, so top sort of like leftish of center of the screen.
Okay, sorry.
It's like the old school one.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I ended up deploying really heavily because I saw where his warp lightning is, and I'm like, I really just need to get in there and get rid of that. So both my Griffins are off to the left. My Skycutter's off to the left. That's very far left. And one Phoenix and my mage. So everything's off behind that watchtower that you can see off the left there. So that's pretty much all the power of my army is just in that one little area. Right in the center, I put my Sea Guard. So I had the strategic location that could hold. And then off to the very far right, I had my archers, which were going to try and see if they could, counter his giant rats. And then I had the Phoenix there. So yeah, the whole.
Too late to ask you, but what did you end up moving around, redeploying with your rule in each game?
I put my it was mainly just a Sea Guard.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to do like stupid stuff like, put it behind a hill or do this, do that, and then move it around. But it was kind of pretty obvious because I told them all beforehand, I'm like, I'll get to move a unit. But I don't think anybody really cared because nothing in the army's super dangerous. Like, if you know what I mean? Like, there's no one unit. So yeah, and it was pretty obvious it was going to be the Sea Guard most of the time.
Right.
But yeah, so that's turn 1. So I've only got, I think, 3 photos here, but I should be able to get through everything easily enough. So I ended up beelining it, as you can see there. I had my Griffin, Skycutter, and Phoenix were all going for his unit with the mage in, and possibly going for a charge into his warp lightning or his rattling gun or his engineer, warp block engineer, which he all had over on the side there. And then I sent my other Griffin up around the back, just in case he did something, because from where I was looking, I was like, I've just got to get rid of this warp lightning. So if he did try and block me, then at least the Griffin should be able to get in there and get rid of that. And then, my Sea Guard just moved up just to be closer and take some shots off. So I started shooting away at the Clan Rat unit that was in the center. And then, as you can see, he sort of like chaffed himself up a bit with that A-bomb and got stuck behind that rattling gun. And his rattling guns kind of sat back a bit so they could get, like, obviously better shooting off towards me. And his Storm Vermin block, you can see that as well, kind of ended up being chaffed a little bit behind one of his units. So I didn't actually ask him why he deployed that way, but I think there was obviously a reason to it. This is obviously a little bit further on. So I was able to... so this is turn 1. And then this is where I had to get you over, Gommo. So my Phoenix...
TO. Get the TO.
Yeah, I had to get TO over.
I had a few of these questions. Not this particular one, but yeah.
So I knew how it
Stressful.
worked, but yeah. So Matt wasn't too sure, and then we're kind of like looking the rule up, and he got a bit of addition blur. So we ended up having to... I just got him over just so that Matt knew I wasn't trying to stitch him up. Sorry, Michael. Yeah.
Which he was calling
sorry,
Matt when
Michael.
we were talking. That's when
I'm so sorry. There's so many Matts. I kept
remember
calling him Matt. And then he's like, it's Michael. I'm like,
well, you can be forgiven.
so
There's
sorry.
like, isn't there 50 Matts?
You continue to do it on the
out of 17
podcast, so
players?
it's like a
Yeah.
50-50 chance.
Recorded
it's gonna be a
forever
Matt,
on the
so,
podcast.
Yeah, you can. I'm sorry, Michael. I'm so sorry.
This, not that.
I felt so bad.
It's not funny.
Anyway, so yeah, we got him over, and it was just about the rule about, you know,
It's a
how
double
you can
combat
over-
thing.
Yeah, you're overrun into another combat, and then he can fight again. Yeah, so it was just about that.
Because you can't do
so
that
when-
in 6, right, Josh? It came in. I thought it came in
No,
at 8th, but
came
I
in
think Michael
7th,
said it
actually.
came in 7th. Yeah, so there you go.
Mm.
He picked that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And that Griffin's facing the other way. Sorry. So yeah, his warp lightning. I think it was that took 2 wounds off my general. You can see it there. And yeah. So and then I think some other shooting took a wound off my Sky Cutter. So he's pipping off wounds. But yeah, I was just trying to. I'm like, man, if I can just get this unit down and get rid of it, I was in a pretty good spot. I thought I just got to get rid of his mage or tie his mage up. So yeah, that's where we ended up there. And then I ended up ambushing onto the back behind his Jazales. And my Phoenix was going up towards them as well. And I was just basically moving up on the right-hand side and shooting his giant rats that were moving down. So this is a little bit further on. So basically what's happened is you can see my BSB up the back there finally got in and took out his Warp Lightning Cannon. We had a couple of goes. I think I was winning combat, but it just basically kept pushing back and forth a bit. I ended up sending my Sky Cutter out of there, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to hold my general in here. Just, hopefully can get through them and maybe get my other general into his flank. But unfortunately, just with static combat res, he was able to break me. So I failed my break check, and then even on the reroll, failed it again. And I fled on 3 dice, like 4 inches or 5 inches or something stupid.
Oh no!
And yeah, he was able to catch me. So that's where I ended up there. And then he came forward. Yeah, so my general's down. I'm just, oh no. Because it wasn't looking too bad
Aren't
at
they
this point.
just clan rats? This isn't the Storm Vermin unit, right?
Yeah,
it's
but he had
banner,
like,
isn't it?
he's got the banner in there. And then
Does he have the
obviously,
monsters? Which banner?
I don't know if
anti-stomp
this was
one.
a norm. Yeah, no. It was
Okay.
just, plus I just didn't roll that well one of the times. So it just, he's got what? Outnumber, close
I
order,
think it's just a regular
banner, 2 ranks. Like, it's plus
Didn't you
musician.
originally, if you go back a bit, didn't you originally have the chariot in there as well, or you didn't?
Yeah,
didn't
I
do
sent that
anything?
off to do something else.
Okay.
So I was just like, I got too greedy, Gommo. Got too greedy. So I think actually sent it off to kill a rattling gun, possibly somewhere. Because the rattling guns were shooting things that I was like, oh,
I do like that
I just
infantry
take
can
them out.
just stand up to that lot. If it's just that,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. But yeah.
So yeah, general's down, which was a bit of a boon for him, and that's my last shot. But we'll go back to the first, and I'll explain what happened else. So yeah, my archers on the right ended up getting into combat with his giant rats, and I was lucky enough with just stand and shoots and able to just kill enough where I won combat. Giant rats actually broke and fled, and then I just sat there basically on the objective, and they just kept fleeing. They just never rallied, just because they're too far out of the general's leadership range. Funnily enough, my Shadow Warriors popped up behind his Jazales and trying to get in combat, and of course he sent his giant rats in, and we were there for like 4 turns. Like, it went forever, and I finally got through his rats. Finally. It took so long, and he took like half that unit out. So yeah, there you go. Shadow Warriors, don't get them in combat. It was probably a stupid spot to put them. They didn't even get the Jazales in the end. I ended up sending the Phoenix on that side. Ended up going the Jazales and taking them out. And his Storm Vermin, because he was sort of like chasing me on the left with his 2 clan rat units, his Storm Vermin actually ended up coming forward. And I just kept shooting them with my Sea Guards. And basically, right at the end, he pushed me back, I think, once. And then I was able to get my other Griffin into his flank and I was able to break him and run him down. So I actually got that Storm Vermin unit.
Yeah.
His other 2 units, I think, survived, and his A-bomb got into combat with my BSB, I think, right at the end, but it was just a pillow fight. So, yeah, that's how we ended up. I got
You must have got way more secondaries, did you?
Yeah, but he sent up like that one in the center. He was sort of like getting quite a bit of at the end. So I was kind of getting. So we sort of had 1 and 1, 1 and 1, and then like towards the end, I was getting 2, and he was having 1. So yeah, I definitely got maybe an extra towards 200 points with the secondary. Yeah, it wasn't a huge win. I did get a win from Michael on that, and it was an 11-9, I think, at the end. But yeah, I think Michael's obviously, just starting to get into it. Like, he's played a little bit. But yeah, he was real fun to play against. And yeah, it was a really fun game. And the Seaguard finally chalked up a win. And that's where we ended up.
Nice.
Cute.
Finally.
That's awesome.
Seaguard.
I'll just
Seaguard.
quickly wrap up just with some picks too before we hand it over to questions and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Be good to hear the
Although why
questions.
am I not looking at the right screen again? Sorry. Yeah, so we had some cool armies. That's Cam's and Bobby's up there. A bit of
Well, that's really good. The
Silver
spreads.
Dave's there with his little unit of
Oh, those
foot
knights look really cool with
Yeah.
the red.
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
I love it. These
can't
are some
remember-
good looking armies.
Yeah, no, there was. Yeah, there's Matt's, not Matt's Wood Elves that I was supposed to play.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Oh,
that
yes.
was
His vintage
Marcel's,
old
who
old
came in
man
as the
Wood Elf.
17th player. That was his Chaos army
Nice.
there, playing against him. We'll get into this. Actually, no, this is your Michael's. This is Michael Jago's Skaven army that match that Andrew just played there, and across there is Renegade Crowns from Zoe, who's a not new. Well, I don't know new, but she plays. She's only played really in game at good games and stuff, so hasn't played it like with other. Like we've never met
Outside of,
playing at Castle
Newcastle.
Soul and all that, so they've just been playing at like Maitland tournaments and this one, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, and there's just some other cool picks there. I don't know what else I got here. That might be, is that Michael Jago's Skaven as well? Can't remember. That looks like, oh, that's Kyle's
Nah.
Wolves in the background there. Definitely, that's Kyle's. Who was on the channel last week on playing Cam. Yeah, some good ones. There's some good picks. They were all
Yeah, there
pretty
was some
good.
really
I
nice
think
stuff.
I think there was only like one half-painted army. Now this, I'll just talk about this one quickly because this is game 3. This is going into the last round between the top 2 players. The well-known Paddy Gallagher with her fully self-made, sculpted, printed, painted Cathay with Miao Ying, double balloons versus
Love
the
them
first
balloons.
what, how do you say it? Like Chris Laverick with Skaven, who's never played in a tournament before, going into round 3 on the top table with Paddy.
Who was
just
top
amazing.
player in the country last Masters season,
Amazing. It was so
Amazing.
good. So that's them racking up there. And then just some other picks. There's the cool battle board in the corner there.
Love the battle.
It works so well.
Some more pictures, but look, there we go. I just spoiled it. And guess who got Paddy's better number in that game? Was Chris with Skaven. Got Paddy in game 3 and took the trophy. So first tournament that he went to, he won with Skaven versus Cathay. I mean,
I wish I watched that game.
I
I wish I watched that game.
I mean,
mate.
has Skaven ever beaten Cathay? This is is this a first? I don't ever know.
He did some voodoo or something. He must
It just it was falling apart. It was fun. I mean, not funny, but I was just talking to Patty. She's going, yeah, no, it's falling apart. It's just like I felt like it was one. And I was starting to think about, is it one of those armies that under the right circumstances can beat them sometimes now that they're being brought down a peg, because there's just not many bodies on the board, and if something goes wrong, suddenly they got like what happened. I think she lost one of those big units pretty quick. I can't remember which one it was. And obviously with, I think, the balloons, I don't know how good the lightning cannons went, but I think she lost a balloon at least at some point. And and there's just not many. Yeah, especially when you got a strat location 3 objective. But the funny thing was, it was actually, I mean, it was sort of close in the end, but really not. Like, Paddy actually terrored off in last turn his entire Storm Vermin unit, which was like 1,000 points with the characters, and even then he still won.
What? And even then he's
Yeah. So it was actually a
What?
really
They still
like it was
won?
a good Skaven victory. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
he deserved it. And on top of that, I didn't have closer pictures. He won best painted as well. So Chris just
He won
totally took
both?
the whole tournament. Yeah,
He won
yeah.
both.
So well done to
Wait, have
Chris.
you got
and he was
some
just on
closer
there.
photos of his army?
No, I'm just really bad. Hey, I think
Ah.
we do, but I don't have him. I think someone else, other people do. They're on the channel, on the Good Games website as well. So
Was nice. Yeah, very nice.
definitely
There were some very nice
check
armies, but
Let's
his was
have a
good.
look.
Yeah.
yeah. So congrats.
Yeah,
Chris.
I can't remember a Skaven army winning best painted. So I'd love to see how they're painted. It's
got,
not
like,
an
this
army that
cool-
wins very often, you know,
Yeah, because it's just so.
because they tend to be
It's like
grey.
Beastmen,
and
though. They
brown,
don't
you
either.
know?
But if they
they
do
tend
it
to
right,
just
they look cool.
not be
Yeah.
very cool looking. So I'm very intrigued to see how he's painted them up.
Yeah, no, it's just it was yeah, man. John saying Skaven's the new meta. It may be like in some regards. Hey, that's Storm Vermin block. It's fucking scary. I mean, it's almost 1,000 points, or was, he said. You know, it's like wow, yeah. And
Yeah,
the
like
rest
the
of it's just
Fellblade
shit.
Lord in there, and
And
it
you
was
need
just
to
like,
just
yeah.
get through it.
was
Like,
scary.
how do you get through it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So well done to him, man. That was awesome. Oh, it's good to see like someone first tournament and they win it. Well, I reckon that's pretty cool. So yeah. Just to close out on it, I guess the thing is, we had, like I said, 17 people turn up. The good games guys were just like blown away that like they're basically talking about, you could do GTs next time and all this. So I think like we're not going to go that whole hog, but I think we'll definitely go at least into that 20 range and try to do one every quarter-ish or 6 months or so. So we're going to try get one in the next like in May-ish time or something. If we can.
Yeah. All right.
As a result, Cam and myself and
very
probably
promising.
Andrew, we're pretty pumped to get some scenery happening and better.
Oh yeah, I need to get this
boards.
thing going.
So
I'm keen as to start putting some scenery. I just need to sort these hills out.
Yeah, so we just need a little bit more decent stuff, but we'll get there. I think it was a good start. So I'm very successful for the first one, I thought. So
fun.
Fun.
You guys got to get more terrain going.
yeah, that's right.
Shame I can't really contribute, but
No,
I have lots
that's
of terrain.
You've got your own to do. Yeah, all good.
Bamboo. I'm looking at a bamboo, the A1. Thank you, Alex.
Oh, you are? Yeah, man.
I think it's twisted my arm.
Let's talk, Andrew. Let's just get one.
And I've just,
on the channel.
I think I've sorted this thing out too. But now I'm like,
Well,
I think it's gonna be better. The
yeah,
bamboo.
but even if you end up with 2 working, I mean, FGM's so fucking slow. You might as well have 2. So
yeah, although the bamboo goes pretty quick. It seems quick in this. Yeah.
Cool.
What printer is that?
It's a Elegoo, same one, the Neptune 4 Pro, I think. Pro.
I don't even know what numbers are they up to.
They haven't gone too far past that, I don't think.
Oh,
there's
okay,
because there's a Neptune 4 and then there's like a Pro and then there's I think another model as well.
Okay.
It's not too bad. Once it's leveled out, I finally figured out how to level it like really good. But yeah, I was looking at the bamboo printing and it's like you get a 0.02 nozzle and it gets very close to like a resin printer. Not as good, but you can print
is that what Alex is that what he's saying? Is that what he uses?
Well, that's what he's got. It's just it's
Okay,
quick.
yeah.
It's just quick. It's really detailed. It's user friendly. It's all completely auto leveling. Not like this thing where it's auto, but it's not.
Cool.
So yeah, they're just like above everything else. Like bamboo is just they're just like they're just that level above, and they're not that expensive.
You can do multicolor.
Well, you can, yeah, if you want.
Anyway,
but,
cool. We'll get into that.
Yeah,
We'll let you finish that off, and yeah. Well, sorry, Josh. We'll probably hand over to you.
To me, what am I doing? Oh yeah,
Your
questions
stuff or questions or whatever you want to do.
No, I got to do the questions. I appreciate John calling me. I'm the Atlas holding up the old world scene in Victoria. So I don't know that I qualify as that quite yet, but I'll be working on it. Questions though. Questions, guys. So how many have got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions? Cool. I'm excited by these questions. There's a good mixture of questions. Some that are hard, some are just funny. I like them. All right. Starting off with the first one. Fuedona asks, first, second, and third place between the three of us in an egg and spoon race. Predictions? Consensus?
Well, man, my wife thinks I've got Parkinson's, so there's no way I'm keeping an egg on a spoon for too long. So I don't know. Having said that, I do run probably more than you two, so I don't know.
Oh yeah. I'm out of the three of us. I would definitely be the most weighty. I'm a dwarf, but you know what are they? They're natural sprinters.
Yeah,
they're very dangerous over short distances.
That's it. So I'm going to get my Gimli bobblehead out.
I'm just going to say I'm going to win this race because you two don't seem to have any confidence about ability to hold an egg on a spoon. Have any space with that?
No.
Probably not.
Although I feel like Gommo would beat us easily in a normal running race. Anyway, there we go. Next question. Next question. Now Mark has asked quite a long question about the culture, the difference between Aussies and
such a deep question.
and UK gamers. So I'm just gonna head into it. Why, when you consider how in most instances that the Poms and the Aussies are so close in terms of worldviews, do you think that the Warhammer event scene between the two countries, from the reports the last 2 years, and ignoring comp as the obvious answer, is so wildly different in terms of competitive play? Do you think that as an outlier that Australia has been able to develop its own Aussie mentality, as with most things, and has this somewhat affected how the game's played there, or are there other factors?
Well, I guess I was going to ask first, like, because I haven't really said, well, what is the difference? Like, and when you say ignoring comp, I don't know. Like, what's your take, guys, on how would you describe our scene versus theirs, and especially if you have to take comp out of it? Like, is that hard to do? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
pretty hard if you take comp out of it.
Yeah,
but then
okay,
the comp, where's the comp coming from?
There?
Like, I think the comp's an important part of the whole picture. Because I think it does so much to frame and shape how the community interacts and plays as well. And then, like, where is that coming from? Like, is that, I feel like that's, certain people that, want the game played in some way, in a certain way, and then other events sort of follow because it's successful and it sort of spreads from there. But it's funny that it is just,
But I think,
Australia.
like, because, I mean, John just said UK seems to be okay with Steamroll. Like, I feel like they and maybe I'm misinterpreting this, but I feel like the UK generally have played, at least at that top level, have played pretty much out of the book. And you see some of those lists and you're like, oh, God. Having said that, I'm not commenting on, I think you'd enjoy every game that you play against their top players. I think they're actually, when you see them even on live stream, just like they're actually, even though they play ruthless like that, they're actually
quite fun to play with.
Fit right in with our culture. I don't think that's an issue. Culture. But I feel like Australia would be very similar. It's just that we do a lot more comp. Like, no one even asked us to do it. We just seem to do it. So I feel like it's hard to answer this without, like, if you're ignoring comp, I don't know if there would be a difference. Maybe it wouldn't be. Maybe we would. Because our guys get pretty ruthless with their lists. It's just generally
absolutely. I think people, if people are allowed to do what they want, then I think people would be taking more ruthless lists. Compared to.
So maybe they are very similar. It's just for some reason we tend to. I don't know.
So maybe the question is, why do we comp more heavily?
Yeah.
Why is the culture there different? I'll try and be sound smart here. We're like the Galapagos Islands, so we're untouched by the rest of the world.
The internet we only just got our dial-up VDS last week.
So I don't know if there's something about it. Is that like a theory? Like the Galapagos Islands was, went away from South America and it was basically untouched by anything.
Yeah.
Ross. Obviously, UK is
Yeah,
probably
various species sort of.
You
Yeah.
guys have had to they've got to
It's a
defend
good
themselves
thing.
against the European meta. That's what that's
exactly, yeah.
ratchet
So
up.
they'd have all that influence. Whilst we don't really have that outside influence.
They've
Like,
already
who
had
comes to
they've had
Australia?
Vikings take them out for years. Like they're
Exactly.
like, nah, we are ratcheting it up. That's probably what it is.
Yeah,
we're like, what? No, we could run. And then the other hypothesis you have is the stuff's so expensive here that everyone wants their toys on the board longer. So we need to like at least have some comps that people get to play with the shit that they've spent all their entire inheritance on trying to put on the table in the first place. So maybe there's a little bit about the cost of the hobby has helped.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's probably not true, but it feels like that sometimes.
Maybe it's just that old cliche that we've got tall poppy syndrome, and we don't want people going out and winning everything so easily. So
just tear them
rack it all down. You're not allowed to be out there.
Yeah.
Dominating everyone. That probably is one mentality that we are different in the UK with. Anyway, next question, the Plasman's question. I love this question because it's, I don't know, because I've got such a good answer for it. Plasman asks, have you ever played a Mighty Empire style campaign? How simple, complex were the rules for the overworld stuff, i.e. tiles, resources, turn structures?
I mean, you're asking the person reading it out can answer all that.
I'm not sure if that's...
Does he not watch this show?
Have you watched the show?
Yeah. He's a regular contributor of questions.
It's a Gia. Surely it's a Gia.
So funny.
Just got to wind Josh up. He's gone fishing. Yeah. Want to catch me, Josh?
We're doing it for 18 months. We literally wrapped it up yesterday. This is a ridiculous thing. Although, I mean, I can answer the question with more subtlety than that, because I mean, obviously, it is Mighty Empire style. You know, it's got loads of tiles and all that. But you know, in terms of his question about the overworld stuff, the rules for the overworld stuff was relatively simple. I had one resource. You know, there was not really any turns. It was really just whoever was there on the day would just declare attacks and stuff. There wasn't really you moving armies around the tiles. So I actually simplified a lot of that because all the stuff that goes into setting up what the scenario is and how the battle unfolds is really complex. So I just didn't want to have too much going on there. However, and this is something I'm sort of excited about, and this is a complete tangent, is that the guys that designed the tiles, the Hex and Hills fellows, in their last Kickstarter, are doing a whole rule set for overworld stuff. And I'm getting these little updates like every month or so about how they're play testing it. And they you know, it looks like there's some really cool sort of rules system they're developing in terms of movement of armies and feints and sort of magical effects and a whole lot of stuff. So when they put that out, I'd be really keen to adopt
It's pretty
that.
funny that we'd never even reach. Did you ever reach out to them? I feel like you would have been. Has anyone ever painted a full board as good as you have with their tiles in the whole world?
Ooh.
Oh,
Like,
man,
are you
that'd
number
be a
one,
big
Josh?
call.
Or is that a big call?
No. That's a big. Like, I have seen really good. No. I've seen lots of stuff that looks really good,
Okay.
arguably better than mine in some
Ooh.
ways. I don't know. Well, it's painted in different ways. Like, it's more. Some of the is more
I like this
cartoony
idea.
almost, especially the water effects. And the sort of different sort of take on painting the tiles on such a small scale. But yeah, no, there's some good looking tiles around. But the question is, have they managed to pull together an 18-month campaign using
exactly
7
on
or
top
8
of that.
dedicated war gamers?
And did you see this one
did
that
not drop
John's
out?
just signed you up for? I reckon this is good. I'll endorse this one.
Josh is running a nationwide campaign. He said
He
results
said
in.
results in,
I
yeah.
sorry, no, I did not sign up for this. I'm gonna be dragged into it.
Good.
I'm taking on a short break now, campaign wise.
That's true. That's true.
I do have something up my sleeve. That I'm super keen. I think I did a bit of a preview of that.
Now, having said that, Plasma, I mean, Josh, all your stuff is on the web, so you can see the rule set and everything that you've been running.
Yeah,
off, so it's all there.
montecastello.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all on there. The domain expires in a month's time.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether to
I'm pretty
renew it
sure
or not.
Old World Fanatics could pay the $12.com renewal on that.
Sure, you think we can afford it?
Yeah,
You know.
we'll be right. I
Oh,
don't know where Andrew's gone, but yeah, John he's got a question up now. Actually, a couple of them, does he?
he does. This is John time. John time with
I'm back.
his
Hello.
So I had to rustle up a bit.
double dipping with the questions. Okay. One question, which is slightly more serious, although it's still not complex. He goes, would you rather a completely new, unheard of army or a re-released legacy army? I feel like we've discussed this in the past occasionally, but I'm
we
interested
have,
to hear what
yeah.
you guys say.
I want to hear you guys first.
Legacy, because it'll bring one back.
Yep, I agree.
Legacy.
I want the legacies back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which do you think they'd sell more models for? Because that's really the real question, isn't it?
Well, Alex is saying new army.
Well, if you're talking about actual models, I'd probably say Vamps, because especially if it was similar and you had all those skeletons and zombies, in terms of numbers, counts.
Well,
But if you're talking about like how many
Talking about
armies of them,
how many
like battalion
boxes would they
boxes or
sell?
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much? Which one would they make more money out of? Is my
Skaven would
question.
be up there as well, wouldn't they? It'd be Skaven or Vamps. The others not so much. Am I right? What is it?
Well, no, I'm
Dark
talking
Elves?
about legacy versus new faction, though. Like
Oh.
releasing a new faction versus like what would GW's answer to that question be? Is my question. And
I
they
still
would
think
take
it'd be
purely
legacy. I
financially.
can't see them.
Do you think they're more
Ironically, the
more
longer
money
they
from
go, the
legacy
more
than new
chance that
faction?
they'll sell more of a legacy, because it'll be so out of date that when you bring out one, it's almost like a re-released new army.
Yeah, that's just a way of looking at it.
Yeah.
His bonus question was, which legacy army would you eliminate permanently? Which legacy army do you want to see not in the game anymore? No more fluff. Yes.
That's
Edit. This is in terms of both lore and gameplay. They are completely removed from everything. So they're not even in the lore anymore. Gone.
Just gone.
Oh,
Just deleted.
interesting.
Search all
Oh.
terms, delete.
I'll say it without too much remorse, ogres.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I'd probably
Just because I got cast wars. If not, that'd be 50.
Cast Dwarfs. Yep.
I think
was
that's
gonna
such
say
a cool
Cast
army.
Dwarfs.
Like, I wouldn't
was
want
gonna
them
say,
gone.
sorry,
but
Andrew.
I feel
Cast
like
Dwarfs.
Sorry.
You're right.
I feel like
Ogres
unless it's
was
them,
also,
it's Lizardman, but
we
you
all
can't
gonna
take
say the same
Lizardman
thing?
out without screwing
everything
the
else-
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like Lizardman.
Yeah.
Because what else have you got? Demons, Dark
Mm.
Elves. I mean, I guess Dark Elves is a third elf faction, but
Yeah, but you
there's
can't,
still a
like,
flavor
in terms
there.
of the storyline, it'd be hard to
Mm.
pull them out. And it'd just change the nature of
Yeah,
the
I
whole
guess so.
thing.
And
Can't
yes,
pull Skaven out with a
Skaven.
Vamps, no way. I think you're right. I think Ogres has to just, unfortunately.
Ogres seems the most patched on. I guess it was the last faction that got
True.
added,
Yeah.
so it's the easiest one to strip off.
Yeah.
And then it's just an army full of monstrous infantry. Boring.
Yeah. Yeah. Starting a podcast.
Controversy.
Whole world be evil. So I like that answer. That's true. Which is zip. Well, they can go as well. There you go. No.
Usually what they would pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that I want to take them out. You just made us, John. Yeah.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It's a pick one of our
Yeah.
favorite little children. And Sexy Dan Hobby Horse's question. I'm still not sure if he's got some other question hiding in an email or something, but he finally put one in the Discord, which is the only source that I look at. So if he wants questions asked, that's where you got to put it, guys.
That's Daniel Lamb. Oh, maybe it is. Sorry. I think I found him.
Oh, you got to. Okay.
I do have one more question. but that was a
Ooh,
long time ago.
From him.
Yeah. Do yours
Okay.
first.
Okay, all right. Which old model would you like to see re-released as a made on demand? Personally, I love the old metal great swords. They must be the only metal Empire kit not re-released. Ooh, what old metal? What model?
I mean, I've got this model, but I'd love to see that, like the original
Is there anything
Felix
that we're
and
not
Gojek re-released. The original
the,
ones.
the original
The
ones?
fourth ed ones or fifth or whatever it was. Yeah. I do have them, but they're not really
I
mine.
painted them.
Yeah.
But they're not metal. But you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have said that. I had no idea. I couldn't think of anything good, like as in like that. I thought was awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not a big fan of metal, so I've got no.
Does it
Yeah,
have to be metal? No, I don't think. I think he just that was his
re-release.
example.
That was his. Okay.
Which he just said which old model. So that can be when you're just saying what old model, that can be literally anything really, because you know, 8th ed is 10 years ago. So really,
I don't know. They brought
I'm happy
back
for you
most
just
of
to
the ones
nominate
I want.
anything.
I'm trying to think of the ones they haven't brought back. Because I always like the actual forest dragon with the sisters on it, but I mean I have that now.
Oh, the
It's not
Twilight?
not a proper one. But yeah,
Yeah.
the Twilight, yeah. Always like that one, but I've got it. I'm just trying to think if there's others that I don't have. That
Oh,
I've
yeah,
always wanted.
yeah.
I don't know.
I've got a pretty good answer that I'm sitting on, and
Mhm.
I'm surprised you guys haven't thought of this. Any of the regiments of renown, like they're just.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, well, I never really followed a lot of them, so I don't
I
think
love
of them.
them.
I know you do, Josh. I know you do.
Yeah. Because they came out in that 6th and into 7th, like, wasn't it? So I didn't. I sort of
Yeah,
went with it in
6, mainly
yeah.
6, I think.
Yeah.
I'd
But
like.
that's
the
All right.
old
Well,
ones,
what's your
the
favorite?
Rutlers.
If you could only choose one, Josh, would it be your the halfling? What's the pot thrower thing?
The hot pot.
Oh, the hot pot, the halfling hot pot.
Well, what's your favorite?
Oh,
Only choose one.
don't make me choose. I have to choose one. The birdmen are really cool as well.
Oh,
Lumpen Croup. Yeah, it's got to be a halfling. Yeah, the hot pot. I'll say the hot pot.
Cool.
Yeah, the hot pot is cool. It's such a ridiculous little ball.
the Curse Company does have a nice history to it. I do like seeing little histories on all those.
Mm.
In the lore.
Yeah.
The other one that
what was the
Hobby
other
Horse
question
did
you had?
say was, what is the best elf faction? Which of the 3 elves, I guess, is the best, and why is it Dark Elves? That was his question.
That's great.
I like Wood Elves. I only
Best,
happen to.
best in what
Yeah.
metric?
Interesting, because you don't have Wood Elves, do you, Andrew? But actually,
I originally wanted Wood Elves,
Oh,
but
okay,
my commission painter, Kieran,
oh, that's right. He'd already done.
he didn't want to paint Wood Elves because he just finished an army of Wood Elves. So that's how I ended up with High Elves, funnily enough.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I would say Woodies too, because that's what I've got in sprues. I haven't actually got them done.
That's the only reason you end up with the high elves is because you're commission painter. I was like,
Yeah.
nah, I don't want to paint them all. What else, man?
High Elves are dickheads if you read their lore. You're just like, you think they're not that bad, but you start reading their lore, I'm like, they're just so up
That's all
themselves. They
Warhammer
just,
army stuff,
they
isn't
just
it?
love them.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, we're the best.
I'd just probably rather all of them go. I'm not big onto genocide unless it's elves. So, yeah.
Kill the elves.
I've got this question here. I'm not sure what to make of it, if this is a question to us or not. Has anyone used AK modeling putty instead of milliput before? No?
No.
No.
I don't even think I've used milliput. Oh, I probably have, but
No, I got milliput. I use milliput. I like milliput. But yeah, I don't know about the AK modeling putty.
no, sorry, Alex. Or I'm assuming it's Alex.
No, man, that's the worst excuse I've ever heard to drop a huge amount of money on an army engine.
Well, I was stuck. I was like, all right, I had
painting
these
something.
Wood Elves. I had the Wood Elves. I'm like, yeah, let's do Wood Elves. And he's like, nah. I was like, oh. So I want to do something else. I'm like, oh man.
Did you
was-
already have? So
and
you had the Wood Elves, he wouldn't paint them. So then did you have to
Did
go
you
and
have the
buy
models?
high elves again
Wait,
to
wait,
get
you-
him to
yeah,
paint?
of course, you said to supply the
I was
models,
collecting.
right?
I was collecting it.
Oh,
So
so
it was
you
doing
had
like
them.
1 year
Okay,
at a time.
right, yeah. Imagine that.
It was like a
Like,
2-year process. Like
yeah.
my army
yeah.
is huge. Like it's
Yeah.
probably
I'll get
4,000
my home
5,000 points. Like it's ridiculous. It is a shit excuse,
I
especially now
reckon
because of like you're
Let's
stuck
make
with this
Kieran.
army.
Let's
you know.
make Kieran paint us a Wood Elf army then.
Yeah.
After this discussion, we'll send in
I'm
figures.
too poor now, but I can't because I got kids. This is like pre-kids.
Yeah,
you got all this
yeah.
money, then you have
Yeah.
kids,
Yeah.
and now you got like, no money. Now I got to paint like a peasant, and I'm shit at it. So it's just like,
Got to paint my own stuff. What the hell?
yeah, no. It's so much better when somebody else paints. If somebody else paints your model, you're like, yeah, that's awesome. Then I'm painting them like, oh, this looks shit. No, it's getting better, but it's getting better.
Yeah, I don't know if I could. I don't know. We've talked about this before. I don't know if I could, like, paint. I don't know if I could use an army that I didn't paint. It's just weird. I don't know why.
I have no problem with it because
Because
they
I
look
bought
better than mine.
I bought.
Someone
Remember,
can
I bought ogres back in 8th. I bought them off. What's his name? Simon Turner. His ogre army, and then it stayed. And then obviously 8th died, and it stayed in a box. And then out of everything, I was like, I'm not going to sell my Warhammer stuff. But then I went, well, what am I doing with these ogres? And I didn't paint them, so I sold them.
Yeah.
It's the only time I've ever sold like a bunch of Warhammer stuff, and that was only because you just don't have a connection with it.
No, yeah, that's exactly the word I was thinking. There's no connection. It's just like, yeah, this. Is
I'm not having go at people who do get commission painting, Andrew. I'm not saying that. I just
True.
personally can't.
We're just,
I
we're,
don't know,
we're
but
both of us
you
just
two
I
can
have
paint
thought
well,
of it multiple
but-
times. Maybe I'll get one done, but I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like 2 Golden Demon winners, and then I'm like the Space Marine with like the eyes that are like, you know. It's the difference of the standard of painting. So yeah.
That's cool. Oh, awesome. What are we going to do? Because now we're chewing into 2 hours.
Oh, we're actually in 2
Into
hours.
your
Well, I
time,
can't really. I'm just going to very briefly say a couple of things. So yes, I did have
Briefly? Do we do
like-
briefly, Josh?
like 4 minutes. I'll get this done in 4 minutes. So yeah, I did have my final another battle. There ended up being 6 of us who made it. Because one guy was up all night with 2 sick kids, the high elf player. So yeah, I ended up playing 3v3, but the 2 middle players were on different alliances to the corner players. You know what I mean? So it was like staggered. So you pretty much had, enemies on both sides. And I was across.
You're there, and that's you there.
I'm there
right
in
there.
the near frame.
Right. So
And
does
yeah,
that
we-
mean your friendly guys diagonally across, like the guy that we can see sitting there? Is that one of?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Chaos Demons player,
Yeah.
Chris. And then the in the far corner on my side of the table is the Travis with his Slanesh Chaos Warriors. And yeah, there's some little bit of monolith action going on there, guys. There's a few of them on the board. So
there it is.
because these were the main scenario objectives, and we all had little shardy things. So I painted up last week. I think I showed them last week.
Yeah.
So each army had a couple of them. I sort of mixed them around GM style to make sure that each player could have it. And yeah, it was actually a really fun game. Like I had this at my house. So obviously this is
I was going to say that's not
my
a club.
balcony.
Okay.
This is not a House of War or anything like that. And we just brought some drinks. It was a very clubby, sort of friendly whole process because we've been doing this for so long now. It was really cool. And yeah, it was actually a really fun game. It actually came down to pretty much very close down to the end, really, in terms of who won and that type of thing. But yeah, I'll probably go through this a bit more because I want to do a proper episode with a couple of guys who was in it and really break it down.
That's good.
Which
Good picks there.
little Maisie.
Yeah.
She was milling around under our feet while we were there. Little Maisie. But I do have something else to announce, which is,
Oh, you got one.
guys, this afternoon I went and I found a marketplace, which is
Hey,
the exact
I
same
know
one
what
that
that
you
is.
have.
That's a Neptune.
4
So
plus.
it is a Neptune
It's
4.
so
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, good. She's gone to bed. So,
Nice.
Just know you got
Nice.
it.
does it work?
Oh, this is awesome. Bad down.
so,
No, Andrew,
yeah.
just get another one.
And this mess, by the way, just never gets any better.
It
Just so
doesn't
much
look as
worse.
bad as the first time we saw it, though, when you had your
Sure.
old printer there, and it looks like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
meth lab. I mean, they look like
Well-
meth labs anyway,
Well,
but
It's like a
originally it
clean,
looked like a
clean
yeah,
meth lab. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
does it
Did
auto
you level it first shot? I bet you did.
I haven't used it yet. I still
Oh.
I need to get filament. I don't
Oh.
have any gear. I don't have anything. I just got the printer.
He doesn't know what
It
it is.
turns
I've got
on.
these bottles of resin.
Turns
I've got
on.
these alcohol.
I
What do I
know.
do?
How does this?
You don't
Where's
need it,
the
do
where's the vat for the
you? Yeah.
liquid stuff? Where's all the PPE? Like, am I supposed
yeah,
to put
that's
gloves on? Like,
Yeah.
where's all the fumes? What's going on? Apparently, I just whack it with a hammer until it works. From what I've heard.
Oh, that's awesome. Man.
Yeah. So no, I'm keen to. I mean, the reason I got it. So was literally because of yesterday. So if I go back to these photos, by the way, this is just on 4 minutes. So I should my word. This sun here,
Mm.
even with extended curing, some of the movement trays still went Whoop.
Oh, really?
from the direct
Wow. I
exposure
just
to
have
the
never
UV
played in my
for a
stuff
couple of
yet.
hours just
Yeah.
outside. Usually they're all inside, doesn't matter. But because they're
Yeah.
outside in the sun for a bit, I feel my movement trays warped again. I'm like, fuck, this is so annoying. So the
Mhm.
reason I bought that FDM printer was because I am sick of resin warping with these flat.
Huh?
Because when I print them, I
Hey,
don't
at
have
least you
any
don't need it.
walls.
It won't take long to print.
They're just literally just a
Yeah.
flat rectangle with no other structural support. That's why they warp so easily.
Yeah.
And that, but yeah, I think I'll just print them off in plastic. Don't have to worry about it anymore. Like UV activation. Oh, so annoying. Anyway, that's the primary reason why I bought it. And
Yeah,
then
but
if
you
I print
watch
other
the
stuff as
awesome
well, it's
scenery you're
fine.
going to be pumping out. Yeah, or try. I mean, you can do heaps now, but yeah, more than that these days, like you said. Oh yeah, I need to. After yesterday, I'm just so pumped to actually get into my scene, like terrain again, and actually get more.
Oh
as well.
yeah,
So,
especially because this thing's working now. I want to.
yeah.
I've been printing articulated snakes galore for the kids.
No, cool.
Yeah, just it's.
I am
getting-
intrigued by being able to print things that aren't just miniatures because resin really, or you can really print a miniatures. So it is intriguing for me.
and not safe for work stuff. With the real flexible resin that I see on the purple site.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, there's a whole section of adult toys that people. I'm like, there's no way I'd go near that stuff, knowing what the resin. Like, is it
You mean
cured properly?
Yeah, right.
No way, I
That's
am not
plastic,
doing that.
Surely,
That's
yeah,
it.
No.
God,
No.
no. But anyway,
Oh yeah, that's why I bought the Neptune. Obviously,
it's the purple.
That's
site,
that's
not-
where
not
Josh
that.
got his monoliths from.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably. That's right. Straight out of
That's
there.
it.
Where else?
yeah.
That's right.
The old fleshlight monolith. Yeah.
and on that note, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap this one up. Thanks for listening to another rambling Old World Fanatics episode. If you did like that, or even if you didn't, please like, subscribe, leave some comments. I guess tell Josh what next big campaign's got to be now that he's finished or wrapped up his other one. So I mean, he already knows what he's doing now, but so Old World coming up, I think. Really appreciate that. And I guess until next week, we'll see all of you guys next. What are we doing next week? Oh, I think I know. Maybe we'll have some.
We do know, right?
We do know. Maybe
A
there'll
little
be
bit of an
some-
interview going on. We've got a guest on, a
Yeah.
major developer in the scene.
Yeah, he's got
They're
some
releasing
good stuff.
some
So
really
I think
important
if you are interested, definitely join us next week because it's going to be an interesting look into the future of the next year of Old World. I think so.
Ooh.
What were you going to say, Andrew? I think you were going to say something or not. Oh,
No.
sorry. I thought you were like, oh, okay.
No, I
Okay.
was putting it,
All
Josh.
No worries, guys. Thanks for listening to episode 132. We'll see you next week. Keep rolling dice, keep painting minis, and enjoy Old World. See you next week, guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.